Are we live?
No.
Yes. Yes.
We live?
Yes.
Okay, so I ain't gonna curse.
Make sure the camera is right. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hold up. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Bro, you man. Queens native.
Queens native, man.
Queens native.
We go way.
Professional basketball player. 12-year career.
Yeah, still going, bro.
Still going. So, I guess I'm gonna start at the beginning. Born in St. Louis. Grew up in Queens. I mean, I bounced around a little bit. But
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, bro. Where did your passion come from?
It was how much fun we had. You know, like we weren't in the highest league, but we had for like every.
Let me make sure the camera's right. Let me make sure the camera's tight. Are we live? Hold up. Let me make sure it's right. Let me make sure it's tight. Are we live? Oh, yeah. Big Flea, CO here. Back at it again, y'all. Back at it again. Are we live? Episode 39, y'all. Are we live? Episode 39. I want to thank y'all so much for popping in with me as I bring y'all the latest edition of Are We Live. Like, share, comment. Save this episode once I post it to my page. Save the episode once I post it to my page. And what you can also do now, I'll also be posting the audio on Anchor and Spotify, so you can check that out when y'all get a chance. All your favorite episodes in the most recent episode. Big shout out to Alan Thomas for jumping on with us last episode. He was amazing. Go check out his interview. He was great. We got another Queens legend, another Queens great joining us today. I'm keeping it in the borough for right now. Y'all just rock with me. Let me throw up here who we got in the house today. Know if y'all can see my brother, but that's a picture of Mr. Jenar Harrison. So it looks like he's in the house already. And we're going to get this good conversation going, y'all. We're going to get this good conversation going. Send my brother an invite. Let's get him in the house. Let's get rapping with him. Got a goodie today, y'all. Got a goodie. Let's see. Like I said, y'all, if y'all in the house with me, throw a little screen emoji in the comments. Let me know you in the house. Let me know you in the house. Dot, if you got the invite, go ahead and jump in when you're ready, bro. So yeah, like I said before Mr. Jenar Harrison jumps in, just again, I want to remind y'all, we are now on Spotify, y'all. We're now on Spotify. We're now on Anchor. Again, all episodes are posted, or I am continuing to post. So all your favorite episodes, you could kind of lock in and get the audio going in the gym, on the bus, in the car, wherever you at. You could throw the episode on and rock out. Look like my dog. See if we can get him in here. My brother.
Yo, what's goody?
Yo. Appreciate you,
What?
man. Appreciate you, man, so much for doing this for me, you know.
Nah, you already know. You my guy. Way back.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you for real, man.
I see what you're doing out here. I see what you're doing.
I'm trying to do some things, man. Y'all are amazing. Y'all know how I feel about y'all. Just the admiration and the love, you know what I mean, that y'all brought to the game. I just enjoyed growing up playing with y'all and watching y'all from afar. So, I mean, y'all deserve your flowers, no question.
No, that's a fact, bro. You know, you've been around for a minute.
Yeah. So let me do this right, bro. Let me do this right. If you just jumping in the house, you don't know who you're looking at. We got another Queens. I consider him a legend. Another Queens legend. Another Queens great. South Side, Lincoln Park. hailed in August Martin, had an amazing career. August Martin took those talents, played a couple of years in JUCO down in Florida, parlayed that into a basketball scholarship playing at American International College, our alma mater.
Facts.
And then went into playing professionally overseas for a couple of years in Uruguay, and Denmark, and Slovakia, just to name a few. Please help me welcome to the show, Mr. Jenar Harrison.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Facts.
Always, bro. Always. I'm gonna jump right in, man. I've been wanting to do this with you for a while. So,
That's a fact.
Yeah. So we just gonna jump right in, man. Like I said, we both from Queens. I'm from the North Side. You from the South Side. But we all like come up a little different. We all got a little different stories on how we kind of got into the game. Talk to me, brother. How did you get into the game, man? How did you fall in love with this game, man?
Shit, man. It's like two ways with that. Like,
Okay.
I fell in love with playing first before I really just like fell in love with it all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I think that like, I'm gonna honestly say like, I think that my love for the game, it really started like me playing like, I want to say when I started playing basketball in Brooklyn.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I started playing basketball in Brooklyn probably about like the 7th grade because I got kicked out of school up here in Queens.
Okay.
So I got kicked out of 210, so I ended up going to a junior high school in Brooklyn called Building IS 68.
Okay.
That's where I kind of like see you had a more here and shit, but that's when I met like Kojo and Jafet. Like I met them in that school out there.
Okay.
So that's when it came like I knew how to play basketball a little bit, but then it was like I first went out there to Brooklyn, so it was like I was just getting in trouble consistently. Like the first month of school, I'm out there. You know, I ain't from out there. I'm getting into little fights and scuffles in school and shit. And then my mom's is on some like, yo, you better figure it out. Like you got kicked out of one school. So instead of me going to school at 8:15, 8:30 when it was time to go to class, like I started going to the schoolyard at like 7:30, 7 in the morning.
Okay, just the hoop.
But just the hoop because like I saw them doing it every day.
Okay.
So at the time I keep it real. You know, I get a flowers, Kojo and Jafet, like they ran that school when it came to basketball.
Okay.
They ran that school. That was their schoolyard. So, you know, it was hard for me to even get on the court. Like nobody knew me. Everybody knew each other. So I had to go to school early just to try to get on the team. You know, everybody's shooting for captains and I'm just hoping, let me try to make this first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I started playing out there. So like my 7th grade year, I started like playing basketball with them just in the schoolyard. And I think when I went to the 8th grade, it was like I started chilling with them. Okay. I was chilling with other dudes, but I started chilling around Jafet and Kojo and them a little more. And then I started like they going to like, you know, Brooklyn USA tryouts and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, I might as well just try too. Right. So one time Kojo took me with him to Brooklyn USA to the tryouts. I think I made it to the 3rd cut, but then I ain't make the team. I ain't make the team. I ain't make the last cut. Okay. So when I didn't make the last cut, so then after that, like it didn't discourage me or nothing. It was just like I'm just gonna keep playing basketball. And
now,
then like
did you start taking it serious right then? When you start taking it serious?
Probably that summer.
Okay.
Like after that summer I started taking it serious. Like I started because you know I was always coming back and forth to Queens. So on the weekend and stuff, I would come back to my grandmother's crib in Queens and stuff every weekend. So every weekend I would come to Queens. Then I used to go to PAL and Hollis. I used to go over there and play basketball over there at the PAL like every Friday. Okay. So I would take the train from Brooklyn. I go straight to PAL and Hollis, and then I stay by my grandparents' crib. Okay. So then after that, that's when I started really chilling with people around here in my grandmother's neighborhood, like heavy. So I'm starting to go to Lincoln Park even more. Going to Lincoln Park more. Okay. And then I think I really fell in love with the game when I keep it buck with you. The first time I ever saw LO really play. I was in Lincoln. That took over the edge.
Yeah. So that kind of leads me into my next question with that. Like we all have somebody we kind of like looked up to, grew up like him. I'm gonna hoop like him. I know you were lefty. Was LO the guy you was looking up to, or were there other guys?
That was he was the guy.
He was the guy. Okay.
Him, like just watching him play and stuff. That was more like, damn, I want to be like him. Okay. But then I started seeing like the work ethic came in, like just watching my man Daryl Showtime Hill. I started watching Showtime. I walk past the park like I'm going to school like 7 in the morning. This is when I started going to August Martin, right? That first year, I'm starting to go to school, and I see him out there in the morning with his brothers and them working out early. Wow.
Okay.
So he in the park 6:30 in the morning working. So then I'm coming from school. I'm like, yo, fuck it, nigga. I'm going to the park playing 4-on-4 all night. So all my
Yeah.
homeboys that I hang with in the neighborhood, that's what we did all day. We just played
It's
like
cool.
4-on-4. So then it's like, you had my man Julian Thomas. He was one of the guys over here.
Okay.
And then you had Tyreek Atkins. He was one of the guys over here.
Okay.
So it was like I had to climb up the ladder. It was already up there. It was like, you know what I mean? Because I really wasn't nobody then. Like when it came to basketball, my name wasn't out there. Nobody knew me. Like I just started just playing. Like that was it. Like nobody put the basketball in my hand. Like, yo, here, go play basketball. I just started.
Got you. So, like you said, you start coming back to Queens, playing in Lincoln Park. When you started getting into 7th and 8th grade and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the 8th grade.
That's a different type of culture though in Lincoln Park. It's a tough park. Can you talk a little bit about growing up in there, hooping in there?
It's crazy because at that time the tournament over in Lincoln Park was just like it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
like at that time LP Films was ridiculous. So it was like just me being a young boy sitting there on the bench, it was like I can't wait for my time to get on that court and play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Knowing at the time that I probably really wasn't good enough because it was unlimited. So at the time I'm like 14 and it's like you just watching it. And you watching the LOs come through, you watching the Skips come through, the Alamos come through, you watching all types of different people come through that park.
Yeah.
And it's like legends and pros came out of that park. So it's like we watching it and I'm just like, yo, dang, I wanna be one of them. Like I wanna be one of them. But you like I said, you gotta climb the ladder. So like it's people that was just ahead of me that was just like, like Showtime was that guy. Like he was that guy in the park. Like after LO, it was him. So it was like, man, I want to be one of them.
Yeah, of course.
So then I just started like, and my homeboys that I chill with in my neighborhood, like that's one thing I could give the flowers to my homeboys. They never like tried to like direct me in the wrong. Like I'm chilling with them type of guys. And it's like, they never was like, yo, nah, you with us. Like I'm playing ball, so get your ass over there. You know what I'm saying?
They pushing you to hoop.
Yeah, like just go over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that was it. But then it's like just playing them games and stuff. So it's like you playing against the best kids in the neighborhood, and it's like I felt myself just getting better and better and better. But it's like I'm still nowhere. I'm stuck in the box. I'm just in the park.
Right, yeah.
I ain't playing no AUs and stuff. And then I think like my coming out party probably was my man Hood from Almighty Force.
Okay.
Hood
over there,
like, Ajax.
Yes,
It was that summer, like going to 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And that summer I'm sitting up in there and my grandfather owned the barbershop on Rockaway. So I was up in there sweeping and stuff, cleaning up. And he came in there like, and this is when I really just first met him. And he just on some like, yo, like what you doing? Like you don't play basketball or nothing? And I just was like I know how to play. Mm-hmm. And then he just was like, yo, be at 226 for this game at this time, such and such day, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, all right. So I go to the game, get on the team, and he did not play me for the whole game. I sat on the bench.
You didn't play at all.
He put me in. I played the last 5 minutes of the game.
Damn.
So he put me in the game the last 5 because that was his team, and I'm just walking on the team. So I go. He played me the last 5 minutes of the game, and I was like, man, I ain't coming back to this shit. Like I ain't going back. So I ain't go back, and I ducked him. For like 6 months.
Wow.
Duck.
Okay.
He was going there asking my grandfather, yo, where he at? That I did not go. And then he just caught me on like in Lincoln Park one day, like, yo, so you didn't play one game, so you not coming back? And I was just like, yo, bro, like you ain't play me. And he was like, yo, like so one game you don't play, you don't come back. He's like, yo, I'm giving you one more chance, so you better pull up to Ajax. So I pulled up to Ajax probably that summer to play for him, and then ever since then, like playing for Hood was just like my every summer thing in Ajax.
That's dope. I'm curious, man. You 6'8", you a big dude. When did the growth spurt happen for you? Were you always big growing up? When did your growth spurt?
Nah, man. I was always just average. Like my growth spurt came, I want to say, going into my junior year. I went from like
high school?
Yeah, high school. I went from like 6'2" to 6'6" in the summer.
Damn. Okay.
And one summer, like I was like 6'2" because when I was a sophomore, I was playing like the 2 and the 3 on varsity.
Mm-hmm.
And then like that summer though, I just sprouted. I came back like 6'6". Like my junior year, I was 6'6".
Okay. So like you was just saying, man, your junior year, sophomore year, you playing that August Martin, man. I always felt like them early 2000s, mid 2000s, was crazy for New York City high school basketball.
Oh,
Retarded.
to me that's the best era in
Best
high school
era.
basketball.
Well, can you speak to? I know you, but you're a guy that's like prideful. You always play with a lot of pride. But can you speak to anybody that you felt was gave you competition during those times? Or those any guys stand out as like, okay, he's tough. I'm gonna have to bring my game tonight.
I keep it buck, right? Like my freshman year, I played JV.
Okay.
I played JV. I came to JV and shit, and then my they had the JV tryouts and stuff, and then it was five freshmen coming in. So I kind of got discouraged this year because the varsity coach came in and he was on some like, yo, let me get these 5 freshmen. And then the JV coach, he was like, you could take them 4, but I don't think he's ready. He was talking about me.
Okay. So
he was saying like he didn't think I was ready and stuff. So I was like, I was discouraged. Like, so I was like, damn, like you want to just keep me here? Like, what's going on? Like,
yeah.
But then like when I did get like on JV but I ain't gonna lie to you. When I got to varsity, it was only one person like in Queens that I really felt that could mess with me. It was nobody like really in Queens and PSAL that played my position that was really messing with me, especially my junior and my senior year. The only person I felt like really I knew every game I had to bring my A game to and like was this kid from Beach Channel, Rashawn Clark.
And so, I thought you were gonna name him. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna say Rashawn.
He's the only one like I knew because I keep it buck. My sophomore year, he owned me.
Okay.
He owned me my sophomore year. My sophomore year, we played them like I remember the second time we played them at Beach Channel. Like he kind of embarrassed me out there like because he punching my and at the time I'm still like 6'2", 6'3".
Okay.
He's 6'6" at the time. So
yeah, like, you didn't go through your growth spurt yet. So he's killing.
He punching my shit in the stands.
Yeah.
Everything like so. Then like I remember vividly. I took a corner 3, and he jumped from so far and he punched that shit into the fucking stands, and he just looked at me like nigga, you ain't ready.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then my coach was like, so the next day in practice, my coach came to me and he was like, yo, listen. He was like, I'm gonna tell you this one time. He was like, I don't want you shooting no more jump shots until your jump shot get quicker because my shit was slow. Like I had a slow ass jump shot. He was like,
the wind up into the shot.
The wind up, yeah. So he was just like, yo, I don't want you shooting no more jump shots until you get your shit right. So he used to bet me in practice like, yo, you can't hit this many jump shots in this many seconds. So you can't do this. So he used to push me because he saw the potential.
Okay.
My man Darnell used to be in there helping me shoot all the time. But
he was a good shooter. He was a great shooter.
Great shooter. So I would say Rashawn Clark though, like my sophomore year he owned me, but when I came back, like I'm gonna be real, that was the fuel to the fire. That was like, yo, I gotta get better. I can't do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then now it was like coming into my junior year, it was like I came back 6'6", but that summer from 10th to 11th grade was the summer that my name got out there, took me over the edge.
Okay.
I started hooping with Cliffy and Dion and Cam.
Okay.
So that
that's 3 of the best guards in the city. Like,
and they tough as nails. So it was like you can't be out there on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I started hooping with them that summer, and that summer kind of like it brought the fire out of me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like just playing with them, we played everywhere. Like I ain't really had no time to hang out with my friends. We had games every day.
Everywhere. You playing all over the city.
All over from left, right, Roy Wilkins, everywhere. We all over the place.
No. Do you after that experience of like, getting your ass kicked by Rashawn, do you take that matchup personal now going forward?
It was personal for the next 2 years.
Okay.
So the next year I came back. I'm gonna tell you how real it was. The next year I come back. 6'6". So we played them the first game of the season. They came to our house. We played them the first game of the season. We do the jump ball and stuff.
Right.
So we doing the jump ball. I put my hand out to give him that. And this is when after that it was like I ain't even speaking to nobody when I'm playing the game no more.
Mm-hmm.
I put my hand out to give him that, and he looked at me like he crazy, like basically like.
I knew that lit the mat. Yeah.
Yo, but then after that game, the respect came. After that game, the respect came. Like we went at it. After that whole season, we went at it. We beat them all 4 times that season. We went at it with them every game. We went at it to the wire. And even to my senior year, we played them 4 times a senior year. They beat us every time my senior year. But we met them in the Queens Championship for the Queensboro. They beat us in the championship. But the best game, I think, me and him was at his house.
Okay.
And Yarnell was hurt, and we was playing against him, and he had 44.
Damn. Okay.
He had 44, but I had 41.
Oh, so y'all was going at
I had either 39 or 41, either or. But if I had 39, I'm rounding it off to 40. But still, like,
I take it. Yeah,
we
come
went,
on. It's
we
not
went at
40.
it.
That's
Nah,
40.
we went at it. We went at it. And
Okay.
I gained my respect from him during that season, because then, like, after that, now we chopping it up every day. Yo, let's
That's
go to prep school together. Let's do this, da-da-da.
That's
So
dope.
it was like, once I earned his respect, it was like, all right, like, I know I'm doing something right. Because everybody
You know,
else couldn't really fuck with me.
your level. You know, you're going up another level.
Facts.
Yeah. So
That's a fact.
So, you know, you have this tremendous career at August Martin. When do you start thinking about playing on the next level, past high school? When does the thought of, okay, I could take this thing serious and play on the next level?
I'm gonna say when I went to 5-star camp. I went to camp, and that was the first time like college coaches ever spoke to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I was getting letters to the school from like little like D2s and stuff like that, JUCOs and stuff. But when I went to 5-star camp, it's kind of like when I made a little name for myself. Because like I said, I got to camp, nobody knew me. So then like that's going into my senior season. So I get to camp, I had a good camp. You know what I'm saying? Like just on some like coaches is like asking me like, yo, what's your name? This and that. You know what I mean? And then I get back to school. The beginning of my senior year, my coach was saying like, you must have had a good camp because certain people reaching out. And then, you know, I never played AAU basketball.
Right.
So I played the first time I ever played AAU basketball. Let me not say that. I played only like 4 or 5 games of AAU basketball. Before that, I played with Sunday Express, Express, the Christ the King team.
That's the Christ
So I
the
had
King
played
team.
with them.
Right.
Yeah, I had went on a couple trips with them. So when I went on them trips, and we went to Port Chester one time, and I had a good little weekend in Port Chester.
Nice.
So then after that, it was just like, I know I could play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we was in a couple prep schools
you
that
ain't played
court.
AAU, Doc. I feel. When did we play together? It had to be like a summer tournament or something. But
It probably was it might have been, was it First Press?
It had to be
First
something. But so it wasn't AAU. It definitely wasn't AAU.
Nah, because that's the only time I played was that. And like I played, you know, I went to played in Gaucho's round ball and all that stuff. I played in ISA. I played with a couple teams and stuff. But as far as that, like playing strictly AAU basketball, I only played like with Sunday Express probably for like 2 or 3 tournaments.
For a little bit. Okay. So like you were saying, you didn't do the AAU thing. You had that great career at August Martin. But you got to make a stop first before you go to college, before you go D2, you know, before you end up where you are. And you go to junior college, you go down to Florida. Can you talk to me about that decision? Why JUCO before making that jump?
Be real with you, it was kind of so like my mom's and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So when I finished high school and stuff, like I had like 2 prep schools. I was gonna go to Mount Zion. I had Mount Zion and stuff, and then my mom's ain't really know too much about basketball. Moms ain't know nothing about basketball. She didn't know what prep school was.
Okay.
So I'm playing a game in Roy Wilkins one day, and like my mom's come to the game. Cause my mom's in South Carolina, so when she came up here, she came to the game and stuff. So I'm playing in Roy Wilkins, and I had a good game in Roy Wilkins and stuff. So Billy Medley from Cardoza, he went to my mom's and he was just like, yo, like, I want to send him down to this junior college in Florida. So my mother was like, yeah, well, he was thinking, he's trying to get into, at the time, this one Wagner was recruiting me heavy. So she was just like, getting to Wagner, but you know, I ain't going from my grades, my SAT scores wasn't up there.
Okay.
So now that's the reason to go to prep school. So then she's just like, yo, this guy wants you to go to a junior college in Florida. I think you should go. I'm like, junior college? I'm like, I'm not trying to go to JUCO. This and that.
Yeah.
So then Billy had the coach call my moms, the coach was calling me, and he kept calling my grandmoms. And then my grandma was like, yo, some guy from Florida keeps calling for you. So I was like, all right. So then I really didn't have too many options after that. So after the prep school, after my mom's turned the prep school thing down, so it was like, I had mad junior colleges, so it was like, listen, you go to Florida, or you go to Kansas, or you go to Texas. Where you gonna go?
Where you gonna go?
So
Okay.
I said, man, I'm just go to the one in Florida. So I just took Billy's advice. Billy gave me some good advice. He spoke to me about the school. He spoke to me about like what was the chances of me getting a D1 scholarship after that, like the schools that recruit at that school. And I was just like, and a kid from that school named Nate Daniels had just went and signed at Louisville.
Okay.
So I was like, all right. So I took the trip down to Florida. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go to Florida, and I just went out there.
Okay. I forgot. I just getting ready for you and stuff like that. I just realized that you went down there with Nick Flagg, right?
Nick came my sophomore year.
Okay.
I was a year ahead of Nick.
What was what was the competition level like? Did you feel like your game was getting better being there, or was it just like, I'm ready, I'm just gonna use this and get to where I want to be?
I think I kind of unleashed a little bit when I got out there. I had a chip on my shoulder.
Okay.
So the chip on my shoulder was the coach that I went out there. He never saw me play.
Okay.
He just took me off the word of Billy Metley and Ron DeClerio. So he took me off their word.
Okay.
So he was just like, yo, I went out there. So when I get out there, probably like 2 days later, they had an open gym. And the coach came and he was just like, all right, he's just watching me. So at the time, the man on the team, they had this kid named Adrian Yuta. He used to go to Springfield.
Okay.
So Adrian Yuta, he was the man out there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I came out there. So he was just like, he started putting me up against Adrian in practice, like in the open gym. So the thing, he thought that I was just like some big man, stand there, rebound, get little putbacks and stuff like that. But
right.
At the time, the kid Adrian, he was way stronger than me. So I'm like, yo, I can't be trying to post this kid up all day. So now I gotta switch my game up. So I had to show like I had a little outside game. So now I'm hitting my jump shot. I'm putting the ball on the floor. I'm pushing the ball. So then he comes to me after the workout and he's like, yo, I didn't realize that you was that good. You could do all that. And I just was like you never saw me play. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And you always had that in your bag. You were never just strictly on the block. You could face up. You could put it on the floor. You could get to the rim.
I had everything. Yeah. So then now after he seen all that, he put me at the 3 that season. That season I played the 3 the whole season. I played the 3 out there my freshman year. Because it was Adrian Yuta, Brian Williams, me, Chris Bernard, and I forgot who else was the starting point guard, but that's who we had out there my freshman year. Okay. So it was 4 New York kids in the starting lineup.
Right. That's dope. How we end up, or rather, how do you make the decision to go to American International College? How did they?
That was like no disrespect to American International College. That was like my last decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. So after my sophomore year, we went to the JUCO shootout, and then I went crazy in the JUCO shootout. I was at the JUCO shootout. One game I had like 25 in the first half. Okay. I kind of went crazy out there, and this is my second year. So this is when Nick came to the show. So it's Nick, Stu Graddick, you know what I mean? My man Chris still there, Brian Williams, and me. So now like I go to the shootout. I got crazy in the shootout. After that, I had about I had 6-7 D1s. Wow. So now my whole thing is I knew I was going D1. I knew exactly I was going D1. I knew I was going, and after a while, this is why I tell the kids that I coach. I tell them yo, basically your attitude and your posture, how you hold yourself it's a lot in this game, you know. So me and the coach from junior college, we had a disagreement on something that he wanted me to go to a certain school and I didn't want to go to a certain school. So not saying he was a bad coach, but he kind of made it hard for me to make my decisions after that. You know what I'm saying, as far as with the recruiting. Okay. So now I don't get enrolled in summer school. I don't get enrolled in summer school that year. And I kind of I'm back some credits now. So I had a couple schools a year, like Cliffy said. I see Cliffy talking. He had DePaul call for me. DePaul definitely called for me. Cliffy had put that out there, and then I think they did see me play at the shootout. And then I had South Alabama recruiting me already since I was a freshman. But then my boy Dion Merritt, he was at South Alabama. That was where, I'm being honest with you, that's where I was really gonna go, South Alabama. So Dion had kind of made it even easier for me because the coach was already recruiting me. So when Dion get there, and he let them know like, yo, nah, he's one of those guys. Like we need him, this and that. The coaches started calling even more. So now I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to South Alabama. I was gonna go to South Alabama with Dion, but being like, you know, I slacked with the summer school situation, and I was behind some credits, so I had to go to junior college for one more semester before I can go Division I. So being that I didn't do that in enough time, like it was at the time, it was like, yo, you either gonna go to a junior college, sit out, and just go to school, or you're just gonna find a school to go to. Division II was like the only thing. So now it was just like, I know myself. Like, I know, like, if I would have took that time off of basketball and I would have just been doing regular school and stuff like that, I don't think it would have worked in my favor.
You ain't trust. You ain't have that trust at that time.
I ain't trust myself.
So, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So I just said, you know, the American International, they was interested for the longest. And out of all the Division II schools, I visited like 3 of them. And then I just was like, you know what? I was home, and then I took a visit up there. And when I went up there, and then the love that they showed me, and then like, now we had open gym, and I just seen like it was gonna play out my way. I just said, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead.
I'm gonna just rock. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first time, and I'm glad you told us. You know what I'm saying? But that's the first time I heard that story. I didn't know that you had so many other options. You know what I'm saying? Before heading to AIC.
That's a fact.
So you in Florida for all this time, right? You a New Yorker, but you spent some time in Florida, and now you headed up to Colas, Massachusetts. And again, we know what winter is, bro. We know what winter is, but
that shit was winter.
Winters are different. It's different.
Winter.
It's different. Are you excited about the opportunity? Where's your mindset when you getting ready to go into AIC?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't really excited.
Okay.
My mom was just on some like, damn, yo, like I brought this on myself that I'm in Division II. Okay. All my friends that I'm with in my circle that I'm hooping with is like in Division I.
D1.
And my man Donnell, he had a Delphi, but he wanted to go to Delphi.
Right.
But I'm just like, damn, like I'm here. I had a chip on my shoulder there too. So I was kind of like, you know, I was kind of miserable. Like if you know when you was there and stuff like that, like I didn't talk to a lot of people. I didn't talk when I was up there like that. Like for 2 years there, like it wasn't like I saying I was depressed, but it was just like, you know, mad shit used to go through my mind. Like, damn, so I'm sitting watching my mans on TV. I'm watching these games and stuff like that. I see people I played against, they going in the draft, this and that. I'm like, damn, son. I just wanted to play Division I basketball. Like, not saying I was going to the NBA or nothing like that, but you know, every kid dream is just like Division I basketball. I'm saying that's that. I just wanted to be in that atmosphere.
Of course. I always felt like you was a D1 player. I get there your senior year, so I get a chance to watch. I get a chance to watch you your senior year. But again, I always felt like you was D1. You was a D1 player. That junior year, does the thought come to you like, okay, I could still have opportunity to transfer and make my dream come true, or you kind of settled in to being here now?
Yo, the coach there, like, he was so like you know Coach Art, him and Coach Andy was just like, they were so real, like, and when I seen like they was dedicated to me, you know what I'm saying? It was more like I ain't even thinking about I can't do that to them. They took that chance on me.
Gotcha.
Like I could have went anywhere else, but they took, like, when they recruited me and they brought me up there, they was mad. Like I went up there for one day. I went up there. I worked out, I played ball, looked at the campus, this and that. I didn't even stay the night. Like he was like, "Yo, won't you just stay up here for the weekend?" I was just like, "Nah, I gotta go back to Queens and stuff," because you know at the time I just had my daughter. Like my daughter was probably like 1 year old. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was like, "Nah, I'm gonna just go back to the crib." But the way they spoke to me in that office, the way that they sat there and they had the conversations with me, and like, you know, you hear all these coaches and everybody always give you to tell you got the green light. You can do this when you can do that. Like in the way they put it to me, like basically what I can do in that conference, and like it's on me. I just felt the realness with them. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go there. So by the time I got off the train and by the time I got back to Queens, I just called them and I was just like, yo, I'm gonna come there.
That's real.
I just saw I'm gonna come there.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So you know, I transferred from Post University before I came to AIC.
Yeah.
And you know, I get there and all y'all was like, "Yo, play, play."
Yeah, facts.
So I go in Art's office, and he had recruited me before I decided to go to
post. Yeah.
So I go in the office and you know, he's surprised to see me. He's like, damn, you know, you here now? I said, I'm here. You know, I really want to play. I'm not looking for a scholarship. I just want to play.
Yeah.
He like, I'm gonna be real with you, Colin. You're not gonna play. He could have said, yo, walk on, see what happens. He could have said, you know, I see what I could do. He could have, you know, he could have dressed it up. Because I was eager. I wanted to. But he flat out said, you know, you're not gonna play. And I honestly respected him for just keeping it G, you know what I'm saying? And not putting me in a position where I'm frustrated now and not playing.
So, that's a fact. And that was him. And like he kept it so real with me. Like on a visit, it was like, all right, bet. And then when he was just showing me like the people in the conference and the schools to beat, and he was just like, yo, you gotta, he called me a steal. He was like, I got a steal with you. You know what I'm saying? Like getting you was a steal. Yeah. So he was like, you gonna start at the 4. He said, but it's on you to keep your spot. He said, I'm gonna hand it to you, but he's like, yo, it's up to you to keep it. So I was like, all right, cool. So then now we in workouts, training camp and all that. We doing all that. And now, you know, the season getting ready to start up. Okay. So I got in trouble up there. You know what I'm saying? I got in trouble up there. Okay. And he pulled me in the office and he was like, yo, listen, I'm gonna bail you out of this situation right here. Because it wasn't, you know, all it was, I was about to get into a fight with somebody, but he just was like, yo, like, and it got kind of serious. And he was like, yo, listen, like, you can't do this. He was like, listen, you already got a mark on your back, like being here, because like you're not supposed to be here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So after that, like, I just took heed to everything that he used to say to me, and he really treated me like a son. He ain't cut no corners with me. That's dope. And like, he used to tell me, like, I'll be in the gym at 6:30 in the morning. Like, if you want to come, that's up to you. I ain't go at first. You know me, I was on my lazy shit. And then one day I let me just go in here and get some work in. And then after that was like the ritual. Like, I would come in there at 6:30, get some shots up with him before practice start, before we had to go to class. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that's when the dedication to him came in with me, like at that school. In the first 2 games of the season when we played, we went on the road, we played Philly U. And you know, Philly U had a kid named Christian Burns. He's still getting busy overseas right now, but he was the man out there, because he had NBA scouts at this game coming to see him and this other kid when we went to play them. Remember, they was the best D2. Burns had the brawn body at like like he had the at like 19, 20 years old. That's a fact. At like 18, you know, 17 years old, young kid, like. But we went there, and I cooked them. I think that game I had like 17, 10, and 5 or something like that. Nice. Okay. And then after that, that's a Coach Art. You know, he's just so animated with shit, and he's just grabbing me up, saying, "I told you could be the best, and I told you could do this, and I told you could do that." Yeah. And it was just like, and that nigga was nice. He was nice. Nah, he was nice. Like, he was nice. I said, he got NBA on the radar, like, and I cooked them out there. I cooked them in Philly U. Don't get it twisted. He had buckets too, but it was like they was on some like, oh, like he's gonna murder me. You know what I'm saying? Right, okay. And you know, just being where we from, we don't take that lightly. Ain't nobody just walking over us. You know what I'm saying? But that game, and then when the season started, you know, we played Bryant and St. Rose the first 2 games of the season. Okay. And I murdered them. I murdered them the first 2 games of the season. Wow. Okay. Because I was curious about, you know, your transition into AIC. If you hit the ground running, or you had to earn your minutes. But you know what I mean, from what you're saying, Art kind of gave you the keys, trusted you, and knew that you could do your thing. Because he already had 2 leaders on the team. You know, John Huggins and Alonzo Brown. So he already had 2 leaders. You know what I'm saying? So his thing to me was like, yo, just come in here and play. Like, you ain't got to do nothing but play. That's all you got to do. Keep your grades up and play. Mm-hmm. And that's all I did. You know what I mean? You know, I led the conference in block shots. You know what I'm saying? I did my thing my junior year. So that's what he said. He told me, he was like, yo, this is how you know you good, right? He said, after we finished playing, I forgot where we was at. We was somewhere on the road, and he was like, yo, when we finish playing this game, I want you to go into that other team locker room and look on the blackboard. So I did. And then he was just saying, like, what you saw up there? And I said, you know, they had all the plays that we do. I mean, that go to Hug, that go to me. So basically, me and John was like the 2 main scorers at the time. So he said, that's what you call a blackboard player. That means that they're watching everything that you do.
And
So after that,
did you ever have that experience? Like, you know, playing JUCO, playing in high school, ever have like, okay, the scouting report is for Jenar. We gotta stop him.
I think like in high school, I think like my senior year was on, like I was on fire my senior year. Like, my senior year was just like, it was like, yo, like everything, like I was getting double teamed. It was crazy. Like it'd be on some shit. They'd be like, yo, let Darnell's gonna get his 25, 30.
Right.
Just don't let him score. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it just, and it just was just crazy. But at AIC, it was just like that shit, being up there brought the man out of me, because I was like I said, I just was on downtime. Like, you know what? I'm just here to play basketball. I don't really want to be bothered with nobody.
Yeah.
I just want to do my work and go home. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No question.
That's
no
that.
question. I feel you. So graduate 2007, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So are the thoughts about hooping post graduation? Are we still thinking about hooping? Where's your mind at once graduation comes?
I got to get overseas.
Okay.
That was just my whole thing.
Okay.
Like at the end of the day, at that time, it was no NBA on my radar. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't nothing like that. So my thing was like, I just want to make money playing basketball. So I wanted to get overseas.
Okay.
So now I go to some camps. You know what I'm saying? I do good. Some teams saying they're gonna call. Some teams saying at the time I don't have an agent. Okay. So it's just like, you know, like some teams saying they're gonna reach out, other countries, whatever. So throughout the summer, I ain't get a call. I ain't get a call that whole summer.
Wow. Okay.
So now it's like, what I'm gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got no call, no nothing. And this is when I give the flowers to my summer ball coach, to Ra from Sean Bell, because during that summer, after the summer was over, I'm working there. I got a job. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, I got a kid to support. So now it's like I got a job.
Yeah.
Me and Darnell working in the FedEx warehouse. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I did it too. I'm in the
FedEx warehouse for like 2-3 weeks. And then Rob was like, yo, you want to play ABA? And I just was like, I'm like, yeah, like I can play anything. So now I go play in the ABA, but I'm still working. So it's like I'm playing in the ABA. Now me going to practice in deep ass Long Island. I'm going to ABA playing for the Strong Island Sound. The coach was D'Artagnan from the X-Men. He was the coach. So he already knew I could play. So he told Rod to bring me down. So I went down. You know, I basically made the team and stuff, but it was just like I saw a lot of legends on my team. I'm playing with Mookie and freaking Charles Jones and freaking Murder and all. It's all Spider.
Okay, you got some dogs on your team.
Yeah, and I'm saying, so now it's like, damn, I gotta get some minutes on this team. This team is stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked. Me and my man Chris Wade from Brooklyn, we was the youngest on the team. You know what I'm saying? We was the baby boys on the team. So now we get out there at ABA, and I'm like, yo, I gotta find some minutes.
Okay.
So now we in practice. I'm going hard every day in practice, like nonstop. I'm like, yo, I'm like the youngest nigga on this team. I'm gonna be wilding. Like I'm going crazy in practice. So D'Artagnan, he started giving me minutes. I'm coming off the bench, but I'm playing like 20 minutes a game. But in them 20 minutes, I'm getting my buckets. I'm playing defense. Mm-hmm. I'm doing all the little shit. I'm blocking shots. I'm rebounding. Mm-hmm. I'm doing everything it takes just to stay on the floor. Because I'm on a team with some legends. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
pull your standard up.
I got to. You know what I'm saying? And once I seen like Charles Jones having a little faith in me, because he was the face of the team, really. I mean, he got a little bit of faith in me. He started passing me the ball a little more. I'm like, oh yeah, all right, like this is on now. So then after that, I think I played ABA for 1 month, and then my guy changed my life, man. My man BJ the Beast.
Okay.
Called me one day. He was like, yo, I got an agent for you, and I'm about to get you a job overseas. And I was like, all right. So I said, where? He was like, I'm going to see you to Ireland. I said, all right, bet. He said, when? He said, just wait for the call. The call going to come soon, whatever. BJ over in Argentina playing. I'm blowing this nigga phone up on Skype and all this shit every day. Like, yo, bro, they calling. Am I going to get out of here? Is they calling? He like, yo, chill's going to happen. Probably like a week later, I get the call. Get the call to go to Ireland. I'm like, yes. Like, it wasn't even for a lot of money. I'm just like, yes, just get me out of here. Yes, just get me out of here.
You just want to play. You want to play.
I just want to play. So BJ got me out of here. I went to Ireland. I cooked that shit over there. I cooked Ireland. Like, I cooked. And BJ just was like, yo, like, you cooked over there, you're going to get another job. I'm going to make sure you get another job. Agent Gus, he going to look out for you. He said, you just got to do what you got to do. So then, I mean, Gus told me he was going to be my agent, whatever. And then after that, it was just like I started getting jobs. I was getting little consistent jobs. You know what I mean? And then it just was like from there, it started just going up.
Got you. So I always ask my guys, man, always ask y'all if you have a good, bad, or ugly story while playing overseas. Now, you ain't got to answer all three. If you got one, two, whatever, could you share with us?
Good, the bad, the ugly, man. It comes with the territory, man. But
okay,
I think like my worst time overseas, I probably was in I want to say my worst time, the worst situation ever happened to me overseas is like when I was in Slovakia because I got cut. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now it's kind of my fault too though. I went over there out of shape.
Okay.
So like my man Derek Williams hit me up and he was like, "Yo, coach interested, whatever." Mm-hmm. So like, who your agent, this and that. So he was like, "Yo, you in shape?" So I'm fronting. I'm like, "Yo, I'm in all right shape." And I'm saying I could do it, whatever. But I know I'm not in shape. You know what I mean? So like, he still giving me the job and shit. So I get over there. So the coach came to me. He's just like, "Yo, listen, I know you've been home." He said, "So how much time you need to get in shape?" I said, "Yo, I just need 2 weeks." And then he was like, "All right." He said, "You got 2 weeks." He said, "We gonna practice every day, go hard. You do in your spare time." He said, "I'm not gonna start pushing you with the plays and everything until you get in shape." So I'm working hard. But at the end of the day, game shape, it comes as you keep playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So now we playing. I'm on the #1 team in the country. We at the top of the list. We probably lost one game the whole season.
Okay.
I'm over there like it's up and down for me over there. Like some games I'm getting busy. Some games I'm not. Mm-hmm. Like the coach, the coach just really wasn't fucking with me. I'm just being honest with you. But it was my fault because I ain't proven wrong. I ain't keep going. Like I started being down on myself. Like, damn, I'm not getting no playing time. This and that. So I'm walking around with a frown on my face. Oh, I'm upset. This and that.
Okay.
And then it started coming together. So now I'm just starting to get buckets. I'm getting buckets now. I'm scoring more. I mean, now I'm top of the country in block shots. I'm doing. I'm always a shot blocker. So it was like I was always top 3, top 5 anywhere I went.
Right.
So I'm up there. And then we came from a game one time and like I just finished killing. I just had like 17 or like 9. And then he just was like, "Yo," like basically he was like, "Yo, another team wants you in this conference, so we're gonna probably trade you off. It's up to you if you want to go. Like, it's either you gonna get traded there or we gotta release you." So I'm like, "Release me for what?" Like I'm starting to come in the groove. We're in first place. We only lost one game. And then he's like, he said, the main power forward that's from this country that was playing on another team is coming back. So we're trying to make room for him. So when they tried to send me to the other team, but the money was so low, I was like, man, I could go home and make that.
Okay.
I said, so I didn't take it. I just went home.
Wow. Dang. And there's got to be a level of, for guys that go overseas and got to be able to stick. There got to be a level of perseverance to play over it, right? Like it's tough, when
it's
guys
tough
are going over
because
there.
Somebody could come get your job at any minute.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's all about when you get over there. It's all about you keeping your job. Like you going over there to keep your job. Like you playing for your life. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's 50,000 other people at your position that's just as good or maybe better. That's back at home trying to get a job.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy.
That's crazy. Hey Doc.
But
let's have some fun real fast. Couple questions.
Yeah, what's up?
Fun. Just some fun.
Yeah. Let's get it.
All right. You headed to Lincoln Park Saturday morning, Sunday morning. It's you and 4 other guys. Who are the 4 other guys you taking? Black top, Lincoln Park. You trying to never come off the court. You trying to run the whole morning.
Is it from my neighborhood or just in general?
It don't. Whoever you want, bro. Don't matter.
I'm definitely taking Cliffy.
Okay.
I'm taking Cliffy. I'm taking Dion. I'm even taking Cam. And I'll probably take my man B Gunner. So
Cliff, Cam, Dion, and B Gunner?
And B Gunner.
Okay. Y'all at the same park now.
Mm-hmm.
Round table in the middle of the court, at the half court. You kicking hoops. You kicking hoops. It's you and 4 other guys. Who you talking hoops with? 4 other guys in the round table. Who you talking hoops with?
I'm taking my coach from Sean Bell, Rye.
Okay.
I'm taking Cliffy.
Cliff.
Yeah, that's a tough one because niggas, everybody be talking basketball. I'm talking Cliffy, Rye. I'm being real. I probably can't even really give you 5 because I only need them 2.
That's all you need. That's cool.
I just need them 2.
That's cool.
Yeah, I take Cliffy and Rye. That's all I need.
That's all you need. That's what's up.
That's it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you a big man, or you usually play the big position. So somebody got to get you the rock, right?
Yeah.
Top 5 point guards you ever played with. I know Cliffy gonna run the board.
Cliffy
Okay.
number 1. I gotta
Okay.
take Cliffy. Point guards, I'm gonna take Cliffy. I gotta take Malik Booth.
Okay.
Malik Booth. Just in JUCO because the shit that he did in his time there playing on the same team with me, and I seen the shit that he was doing, and I watched him play because he played with Bashy and shit. I gotta take Stu Graddick.
Stu Graddick. Okay.
Like Stu Graddick, yeah, he could hop that pill. Probably gonna take 2 Holloway.
2. Woo. Okay.
2 Holloway.
Got one more.
And I'm gonna take my little young boy because he's gonna be one of those guys. I'm gonna take my little man from Brooklyn. This kid named Bryce, left-handed kid. Bryce. He's like a smaller version of Cliffy.
Got you.
Like I'm gonna take Bryce.
Okay. You had mentioned a little earlier that you coaching now. You got some kids. Can you talk a little bit about that? What you doing to stay close to the game?
Yeah. I got my coach junior high school kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got a pack of kids that I coach at junior high school 226.
Okay.
And I got some that's junior high school still and some that's in high school. So the ones that's in high school, I had them since they was in like 5th, 6th grade.
Okay.
So I keep them, like, when I do tournaments, I do 2 age groups. I do whatever I got to do for the school, which is, you know what I'm saying, the 6th, 7th, 8th graders. But then I also keep one for the high school kids so they can stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them don't play all over the place. So I keep them under me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like facts. So now, like, I got them doing what they do, and you know, now finally, like, it's all paying off. So now a lot of them, I get them on like little AAU teams because I just do the little local tournaments. My goal is to get them on like AAU teams or to get them a little high school and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's the type of stuff I be doing now with the kids.
Yeah, that's good, man. I'm sure that's gotta be fulfilling. You know what I mean? Giving back.
Yeah.
That's gotta be fulfilling.
Yeah.
So I got one last question for you, bro. Question for you. What Cliff talking about?
Cliffy retarded, man. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him, yo.
This basketball talk left. Yeah. Hey, look, Doc said after 12. He gonna handle business.
I told him. I said after 12, call me.
Yo, Doc, I appreciate this so much, man. For real, man. This was amazing. I got one more for you, man.
Yeah.
But before I ask you, right? Can I get you to commit to helping me with your answer?
See, I'm gonna answer regardless. Yeah.
No, whoever you answer, can you help me with your answer?
Oh, I got you. I got what you're saying.
Yeah. So, as you know, brother, you've been watching, and I thank you so much for jumping on with me and doing this with me. But I'm building this platform, and I'm just trying to show love to everybody.
Yeah, I already know.
That I feel deserves the love. So, who would you like to see on the next episode of Are We Live? And whoever that is, can you help me cultivate that and make it happen?
Yo, Cliff, what you want to do, yo?
Yo, listen, Doc. I asked Cliff already, and Cliff wasn't with it. So I don't know if you could work on Cliff for me.
Let me talk to him. We'll get it done.
Okay.
Yo, Cliff, we'll talk about this. You gotta get this done, Cliff.
Okay.
Your story is legendary, man. Come on.
We need to hear it, Cliff. This is my cry for you, brother. We need you on here, man. Yo, Doc, I thank you, brother, for real.
Nah, you already know, bro.
This was great.
I can do to help you. I got you, bro.
Always. I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna send this to you. I'm gonna,
I bet.
chop it up and make it nice. I'm gonna send it to you, brother.
I bet. Do your thing, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. Like facts. The coach needs shit like this.
I thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna keep going, man. Appreciate you always.
You already know, bro.
Appreciate you. Holla at you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate y'all so much for jumping in. Episode 39, y'all. Episode 39. We just gonna keep this thing going. Be patient with me, y'all. Be patient. I'm gonna continue to grow this space. I'm gonna continue to bring these conversations because that's just what I love to do. Appreciation to my man Jenar Harrison for jumping on with me and sharing his story. Again, like, share, save this episode once I post it. Comment in there. Let me know you wasn't in the house. This will be up on Anchor and Spotify by tomorrow, so you'll be able to listen to the audio. Again, appreciate y'all so much. It's love. Peace. I'm Flea.